Welcome to lesson 6 of unit 4. We're going to start today with our warm-up improving their game. So here are the scores from 3 different sport teams from their last 2 games. We have the football team, the basketball team, and the baseball team. And I want you to write just one thing you notice and what do you wonder. Pause the video and take the time to do that now. All right, welcome back. So one thing that you could have noticed is that each team improved by 8 points. 22 to 30 is up 8. 100 to 108 is up 8, and 4 plus 8 is going to give us 12. So each team improved by 8 points. Something else you could have noticed is that the basketball team has the most points. And the baseball team score in game 2 is 3 times as much as game 1, which could be considered a threefold increase. Something you could have wondered is why are the point systems different? Or you could have wondered how the baseball team ended up with so many or the basketball team has so many points. Right. Number 2 wants to know which team improved the most and explain your reasoning. Pause the video and write a complete sentence to answer this question. And welcome back. So the team that improved the most in this case would have been the baseball team because they tripled what they scored in game 1. All right, let's move on to page 280. And we're going to start getting into our percents here in our unit here on proportions and percents. So number 1, a cereal box says that it now contains 20% more. Originally, it came with 18.5 ounces of cereal. How much cereal does the box come with now? So if originally it had 18.5 ounces and it comes with 20% more, a percent is always a number out of 100. So think of it as a fraction that we can then convert into a decimal. So in this case, it would be 20 out of 100. And that would be simplified down to 0.2. Or you can just move the decimal place over 2 point values by multiplying it or dividing it by 100. So now what we can do is we can multiply these two numbers together to figure out how much more it comes with. Not the total amount, but how much more. So we'll do 18.5 times 0.2. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 1 is going to give us 17. Carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So we're going to put those decimal places. We have 2 of them. So we're counting over 2 places and putting it. So in this case, the cereal comes with 3.7 more ounces than it had before. Now, what if I wanted to know in total how many ounces are in the new box? That's right, I would add the original with what was added. So we would have 18.5 plus 3.7. So 7 plus 5 is going to give us 13, carry the 1. We can add that 1 to the 3 and make that 4, and this will give us 12, carry the 1. So it will have 22.3 ounces. So it now comes with 22.3 ounces. And the reason we're not counting the decimal places here is because we lined our decimals up, and adding and subtracting, we're lining up the decimals so that the decimal stays in the same place. All right, let's look at the next part. The price of a shirt is $18.50, but you have a coupon that lowers the price by 20%. What is the price of the shirt after using the coupon? So we're going to do kind of like what we did up here. We have $18.50 and it's lowering the price by 20%. And remember, this 20% as a decimal will be written as 0.2. So we would do $18.50 times 0.2. And we're going to end up with the same answer because we did that math up here. It's going to be 33.70. And then we are going to take our second step and we are going to subtract from this time. Instead of adding to get the new total, we're going to subtract. So it would be 18.5 minus 3.7. Again, making sure to line up those decimals so that way you can just bring the decimal point down. We can't take 7 away from 5, so we're going to cross out the 8, take 7, make it a 7. 15 minus 7 is going to leave us with 8. 7 minus 3 is 4. And then we bring our 1 down. So the new cost for the shirt will be $14.80. So I just want to write down our 2 steps so we can remember over here. So step 1, multiply. And step 2 is add or subtract. All right, let's move on to the next activity, 6.3, using tape diagrams. So we're going to match each situation to a diagram and be prepared to explain your reasoning. So I want you to pause the video and take your time to match each of these with one of these 2 diagrams. All right, welcome back. So let's look. Our first situation compared with last year's strawberry harvest, this year's strawberry harvest has increased by 20%. So which one of these diagrams shows an increase of 25%. So we have our original and we're adding extra. That's right, it would be situation A, because it has this box here on our tape diagram that is showing us 25% more compared to the year before. This year's blueberry harvest is 75% of last year's. So we want the one that's showing us less than the year before. So if we're looking at these two diagrams, which one shows us less? That's right, diagram B. C, compared with last year, this year's peach harvest decreased by 25%. Which one, again, is showing us a decrease? Yeah, that's right. This one, again, is showing us the decrease. This year's plum harvest is 125% of last year's plum harvest. And yeah, that would be letter A, because it's showing us the increase here. So this one's showing it's more, whereas this one is showing it's less. So more, less. Great. Let's go to page 281.